just for survival, just for defense. So when we analyze and apply this theory on Pakistan, we will say that Pakistan acquired, nuclear weapons. Pakistan acquired other conventional weaponry, aircraft, tanks, air defense system, maximize their power just for survival. So India could not attack Pakistan. So any other states could not attack Pakistan. So this is what we call realism, defensive realism for them. And offensive realism, as I have explained already, that countries acquire their power just to dominate other states. In realism, the international system derives states to use military force. So this is also very important thing in realism. Why? Because other country, like for example, America was attacked after 9/11 by Al Qaeda, which was a non-state actor, and that non-state actor was, at that time stationed in Afghanistan. They had a base in Afghanistan, but America attacked Afghanistan, a state, a country, because there was no power to stop America. So you need to understand that. And that America also used power against Libya, Syria, Iraq, and many other powers. Pakistan जैसे मुल्क के अंदर भी उन्होंने बहुत सारे इस तरह किए. They carried out more than 400 drone strikes in Pakistan tribal areas, killed over 4,000 people in Pakistan, innocent people. So this is what states do in international relations, especially under the realism school of thought or realist theory. So the Americans are, they, and many other countries. It is not just America. Look at China, for example. China in 1962 carried out war against India, and they, annexed Aksai Chin. Look at, Korean War. North Korea attacked South Korea, and they tried to annex that country. But Americans, they came to help, and they, the South Koreans then they survived as a state. So international relations के अंदर the countries maximize their power in realism theory, and they want to control things, behavior of the other states, or they want to dominate other states. So this is the reason that many countries, they maximize their power. Look at Soviet Union, Russia, for example. They are very powerful. They captured Crimea. We covered already in that previous lecture. Look at many other powers in the world. You will see, you will analyze. Now Saudi Arabia is a powerful state. They got a backing of America and other states, and that's why they can easily carry out proxy wars in Yemen or Syria or in many other parts of Middle East, for example. So this is how it works. International system, international relations, it works under the realism school of thought. And although leaders may not be moral, they must not let morality guide their foreign policy. This is a very important point in the international system, in realism, for example. Morality, for example, Machiavelli was a thinker, a classical realist, and he used to say that politics has no morality. So this is what we see in modern times, that countries, when they interact with each other, they don't care about morality. They simply pursue their own national interest. So that is the most important thing in international relations. So this is what you need to understand. Then another theory of international relations is liberalism or idealism, for example. It talks about that the theory of liberalism in international relations involves decreased use of military power. So the theory of realism believes that there must be more interaction. Countries must interact with each other economically. They must interact with each other in technology. They must, carry out, people-to-people contact. They must, carry out, interdependence on each other. So in this way, there would be interdependence, and countries will not attack each other. So this is what we see: open market, globalization, communication technology, international trade. All these things, argue that the realism is outdated now, and now countries can benefit more through interaction. In recently, COVID-19 has taught us this particular thing, that countries must behave under the liberalism school of thought. And why? Because it was a global threat. It was a global phenomena. Many countries in the world, they suffered. And now when the vaccines came out, for example, from the Oxford University, from the Russians, from the Chinese, from the Americans, Europeans. Leading vaccines came up from, from these, centers of powers. And this particular vaccine is now saving lives of thousands and millions of people in the world. So this is what we need. This is what, idealism talks about, that we are spending trillions of dollars on wars. For example, the United States of America have spent more than, I think, $4 to $5 trillion on Iraq and Afghanistan war in liabilities. जो लोग मर जाते हैं उनको वो आपको देना पड़ते हैं, पैसे देने पड़ते हैं, उनकी जो लॉसेस होते हैं उसके ऊपर, डायरेक्ट मिलिट्री ऑपरेशंस के ऊपर, दे हैव लॉस्ट मोर देन $4 to $5 trillion. अच्छा, ये $4 to $5 trillion इतना बड़ा पैसा है, अगर ये वेलफेयर के लिए लग जाए दुनिया की, और उनकी इंप्रूवमेंट के लिए लग जाए, गरीब मुल्कों की मदद के लिए लग जाए, डेवलपमेंट के लिए लग जाए, तो things would have been different in the world. Resource management पे लग जाए, for example. But this is what the school of realism school of thought, or sorry, liberalism school of thought talks about, that there must be more and more interaction, interdependence, and this is how we are going to benefit. So liberal approaches to the study of international relations, also referred to as theories of complex interdependence, in which countries they become interdependent on each other. For example, today America and China, they are considered as rivals in the international system, politically, economically, strategically. Why they don't go to war? Why? Because they have got, इनकी जितनी भी आपस में clashes हैं, उसके बावजूद इनकी सबसे ज़्यादा trade भी एक दूसरे के साथ है. For example, the Americans have invested more than $500 to $600 billion in China. Why? Because of the cheap raw material, cheap energy, and cheap labor force, and skilled labor force, of course. So this is what makes countries interdependent on each other. And now, if China attacks America or America attacks China, their economy will destroy. Look at their recent, sanctions on each other. For example,